All right, good afternoon, and welcome to today's Sunday Preview with Matthew Allen, Cody Pritt, and...
Kane Atkinson.
Hey, we've got a guest guy named Kane. I don't know if you guys remember this man or not, but he's awful special. He's awful special. Kane, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, Cody. It's a blast from the past being here. The studio definitely looks a lot different from when I was serving here with the Cornerstone Church, but man, it's cool to be back in this place. I missed you guys.
Oh, we're glad to have you. I'm really glad that you responded to our insisting, and forcing you in this room to do this.
Twist my arm too much.
Yeah, so what are you doing up here, Kane?
Actually, one of our favorite people in the world, Matt's son, Zach, is getting married in like T-minus a couple hours. So.
Well, really, yeah, it's about 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I get to be in the wedding, so I guess I get to be on the Sunday Preview with you guys.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, so... That's not the reason why we're here, but we're always glad to have you here, Kane. We're actually here for the Sunday Preview. So, Matt, what are you preaching on?
Well, we've got a new month coming up. It's hard to believe we're in April.
Yeah.
And we are starting a new series of lessons this month. We're talking about how we've been adopted as part of God's predetermined plan to bring us into his family and be together as one. I'm really excited about this series, guys. It's going to be out of the book of Ephesians. It has become one of my favorite books. And so we're going to be talking about all the spiritual blessings we have in Christ on Sunday. We're going to be looking at Ephesians 3, or chapter 1, verse 3, and the first part of chapter 1 and verse 4, where we're going to talk about these wonderful blessings we have in Christ. They are only available to those in Christ. And then we're going to talk about the immense value we have because we're all part of this wonderful plan that God created from before time began.
Yeah, the one that comes to mind immediately is having the intercession of Jesus on our behalf in prayer, that we can go to the Father and then gain that peace and lay our cares on him. That's just the immediate one that I think of on this blessing. And then secondly, the other one that comes into mind is also salvation. So that's a pretty common or obvious one that we could apply here. Matt. Well, Kane, let's have you chime in here. What do you think about all this, man?
Yeah, I think like one of the greatest blessings from following Christ is community.
Yeah.
And getting to experience all the things that come with the identity and the purpose and the joy, and 10xing that, 50xing that, 100xing that with your brothers and sisters in the Lord. So I won't be here with you guys on Sunday, sadly.
Oh, I was really hoping you would.
But you guys have got to come to church and experience that blessing as well.
Well, think about this. We have a world today. Everybody is looking for some kind of worth or value.
Yeah.
They're looking for some kind of identity. And one of the things that we have in Christ is this wonderful spiritual blessing, but I want you to think about how important you are to God. Just as he chose us in him from before the foundation of the world, that we would be holy and blameless before him. And so God loved you so much that he was willing to give his son on your behalf to pay that price, that penalty of sin, so that you can be delivered from that and all of the stuff that's gone wrong in your life, to be delivered from that, forgiven. Yeah. Have this new lease on life, and to stand before him holy and blameless. So he's talking about your status there and what you enjoy as a son or daughter of God. And so Sunday, we're going to spend some time talking about these wonderful blessings, our status in God, the hope we have, and really how this transformation is something that should speak volumes as we go out day to day in our life, interacting with people in the world. They should see the difference in our life, and I think in that very small way, see that there's something valuable that we have that they need.
Yeah. And, one thing that I hear a lot is from Christians saying like, well, I want to start sharing my faith, but I mean, where do I even start? And it's like starting with all the blessings that you've received. If you were raised Christian, having Christian parents who poured into you. If you came to Christ later in life, having those people who came in and showed you those blessings. it's like nothing else. So
Yeah.
so you're actually able to carry that, all the testimonies of everything that Matt just talked about, with you in your everyday life as well.
I totally agree with that, Kane. It's the most tangible is the word I would say. The most tangible way to actually make Christianity enticing for the ones who are not Christians. Many people struggle with whatever sinful behavior they have, but they also struggle with just things that are not necessarily needed to be struggling with. If you had a church Christian family that can help you through certain situations, it might not even be a sinful thing. Maybe it's just good things, like meeting up with people on weekends and having meals together. Just if you don't have anywhere to go during the holidays, if you don't have like a family, maybe you're, for whatever reason, maybe they've passed away or something, and you have nowhere to go. That's what church family is for, and that's what Jesus wanted out of us. Acts chapter 2, when they first got established, they were with each other every day doing this kind of stuff, and that to me, I think, is the greatest evangelistic tool, is the lifestyle of the Christian.
That's absolutely right.
So one thing we'll talk about very quickly, and then we're going to let you go today, but think about this. Think about not only the church, the community blessings we have, but also all of the personal spiritual blessings that God has already given you. You have access to Him through prayer. God has literally poured love into your heart. He's given you peace. Jesus promised that the night before He was crucified. He's filled your heart with joy and strength. And Peter tells us that God has already filled our hearts with every spiritual blessing. And so what a privilege it is to be a part of the Lord's body. We're going to be talking about that this month at Cornerstone. We want you to be a part of it. Sunday, we'll be gathering here together at 9:30 and 10:45 for our morning worship, and hope you can join us. 5051 Wilmington Pike here in the Dayton area. If you're anywhere here in Southwest Ohio, come out and join us. Be a part of us on Sunday. If you're outside of that area and you can't get here, Kane, you can always watch on live stream, and that is going at those same times, 9:30 and 10:45 Eastern Time. And we want you to be a part of what we do here at Cornerstone. Guys, any last words?
We will see you on the live stream.
All right. All right.
We'll be happy to have you. See you then.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
God bless.